Andrew McGahan for SevereMMA here. Clanworth 23 standing alongside a victorious Brian Moore. And Brian, an interesting thing you said on the way up, I'm a man for it, visualisation, thinking stuff will happen. You had a specific technique for this fight. It was thrown into a bit of jeopardy the last few days.
Yeah, because I believe in visualisation. I visualised winning the fight and then getting interviewed by Andrew. Then I seen on Facebook Andrew getting a flight to Berlin. I was like, fuck, that goes out the window.
No, straight back for a short stay, 36 hours in Berlin. Great fight tonight. I thought your wrestling looked very good for a guy whose last fight 19 months ago was at 135 pounds. Seems like 155 was maybe where you could have been all along.
Oh, 100%. Like I wasn't sleeping when I was away for that long. I started up a really good gym back in Wexford, and I've been working on my strength as well as my the rest of my game. But
and had a baby.
And had a beautiful baby daughter, Missy. Yeah, so I'm over the moon. I'm in a fantastic place, and like I remember doing an interview with you after I won, and I was like in really bad form because I didn't perform the way I wanted. There was things that happened in that fight that I'm not too happy about, but overall I'm really proud of my performance and happy going forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've seen it in Tommy's other fights. His takedown defense is very good.
Yeah.
You got him down. You were able to control him on the ground. On the feet, though, a couple of hard shots in the second round. It seemed like that's what prompted the fight come back to the ground, or you wanted to take it back.
Yeah, like I worked really hard with a very good striking coach, Stephen Murphy, back in Wexford, and of course with the guys in SPG. On my striking, probably just a little bit of ring rust. Didn't trust my shots. Even we were in a 50-50 heel hook position. That's probably my second favourite submission I get all the time.
Well, Ryan Hall in SPG recently enough, I'm sure his brain was picked a little bit.
Big time. I rolled a lot with Ryan. He's such a good guy, but that's like one of my go-to submissions. And just had a lack of confidence, a little bit of ring rust. I said no, I'll stay on top and gonna keep grinding, keep throwing those elbows. And I was really happy with the ground tonight.
It's a position that dominates jiu-jitsu. A lot of people don't like it. It promotes stalling, but in MMA I think it's, unless the guy in the bottom is going to pull off the heel hook fairly quickly, I think it's a position that he can absorb damage in from the guy on top.
I've often used it. You see, John kind of put it in my mind a while back because probably something I'm more well-rounded now. Probably back at the early stages as a striker, and if I was on bottom, go for the heel hook. The guy's either going to submit or he's going to just stand up. That gives me room to get up. So it's a position I really love, and so many good guys in SPG that love it. Richie Smullen for one, Jesus Christ. So I'm a master at it now, you know what I mean? So I like that position, but maybe just a little bit of ring rust and a little bit of lack of confidence. My first fight back in 19 months didn't fall back for it, you know.
Two quick things before we go. 135 was your home before. You said you didn't like it at all, weren't making weight. What was it like getting down to 155? Was it a big cut? You look pretty small for 155 in there, to be honest, compared to some other guys.
I do, but to be honest, it's like there's an advantage of size, but it's like I'm very, very strong. I've always been a strong guy. I would, if you were to put me in a weight room with these lightweights, I'd be stronger than these guys. So for me, it's not size, doesn't really make too much of a difference. I'm technical and I'm fast. So I'll happily stay 145, 140, 155, 145 is good for me too. Never again will I make 135. I made the weight, but it was unhealthy, and I'm a big believer in being healthy. You know, I have a daughter to think of too. So I'm happy 145, 155. I'm just so happy to be back training in SPG. I love it, man. I absolutely love it.
Like, really seen as Miss Brian Moore. The pro fights went down for a while. There wasn't a lot, and now we're seeing the younger guys coming through. But even then, in the main event, two guys that have been around a long time, Paul Byrne and Ronan McKay, coming back after a time away from the sport. For you, is it going to be another break? Are you going to get straight back in?
There's
like, it must be really. So in the time that you've gone, you've seen all the success of the pro team in the UFC. You've seen the amateurs coming up. Maybe everyone's talking, who's Dylan Took, who's Lee Hammond, who's James Gallagher. I don't want people to forget about Brian Moore.
They're all beasts. They're all super nice young guys. But one thing that was driving for me was I seen this list of the next Irish UFC fighters, and Tommy's name was there, and I couldn't say anything. Like I'm a 12 fight pro now, but I couldn't say anything. I had to bite my tongue because I was away from the sport, and that was me making my statement tonight that if there's going to be another Irish guy that gets in, it'll be me, and I'm only starting. I'm like these young guys. This feels like my first pro fight. I've that hunger. It's like the old me, like when I was 21 before I even started any martial arts, and all I had was heart, and now I have the technique to boot, so now it's going to be a different guy altogether, and I'm just so happy to be back.
Lovely. Well, Brian, first of all, thank you
so
and
much.
welcome back.
Thanks.
See you soon.
Thanks very much, Andrew.